What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Well, today, I'm filming this actually during the day. It's like 11:45 in the morning. And this is definitely not my usual video, my usual style video, my usual topic. I mean, this is really going outside my comfort zone to do this video. And I know it's going to get a bunch of shit thrown at me. I know it. But I also feel like bringing you guys the truth and talking about things that help, you know, outside of fitness, because health in general is important, and mental health is important. And I don't know, I was having this discussion, and I've been mulling things over my head, and I wanted to put this out there because I look at this, and to me it's very glaringly obvious, and I think for many people it is or would be, but many people just haven't seen this point of view about what I'm going to talk about. And that is, this is going to, as soon as I say this, people are going to freak out, but we're going to talk about race. Okay, and I don't mean like racing, like car running, but race and racial division. I guess that's what we're going to talk about today. And this is going to get deep, guys, so please bear with me. Like I said, I've never really done anything like this before, and it's a touchy subject, but I think that all of us could be on the same page at the end of this video. And I hope that it gets shared, and I hope that people understand, and I hope that they facilitate change and growth with what I'm about to talk about now. Now, I don't want to come off like a conspiracy theorist. That's not what I'm about. I do, you know, watch those things here and there. I get entertainment out of them. I think it's pretty good. We get a big kick out of them. I like the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and shit. I love that stuff. You know what I mean? My dad did. We did, you know, watch and talk about this stuff growing up. It's just interesting stuff, you know, the mysterious, like what if, you know, the Loch Ness Monster, like what if, you know? It's just was always cool to me, right? I mean, I don't jump on a plane and take off and go looking for these things. Like, I'm not a treasure hunter. I'm not like, you know, a cryptozoologist trying to... I'm just somebody who gets entertained pretty easily. But through entertainment, sometimes we start to think a different way, right? You start to think a little bit different. Now, race. Let's think about this for a second. Right now there's racial division. There's black, white, Asian, Hispanic. You know, like there's different races, right? Now think about it like this. All of us are human beings, right? And we want to come back to this. We are all one. We're all the same. Like many people say that, right? Well, how did we get separated in the beginning to begin with? Bear with me. So when you go to fill out anything government related, whether it's a medical form, a credit form, all these different forms that you're going to fill out, it'll ask you on there, are you black, white, Hispanic, Asian, other? It says it right on there. And without even thinking, I would be considered white because my skin is lighter. Think about the terminology I'm using. My skin is lighter, so I would be considered white. If that person's skin is darker, they'd be considered black. If this person had yellowish tint to their skin and their eyes were a little bit different, they're considered Asian, right? If this person had darker skin and spoke Spanish, now they're Hispanic, right? So there's all these different types of separation, right? We're all human beings, right? But we're separated somehow. Somehow we're in these little categories, right? Think about the terminology I'm using. How do we get stuck in these categories? Where did the labels come from? Where did the word white being attached to my skin color and black being attached to another person's skin color, where did that come from? Because I'll tell you right now, we didn't pick it. White people didn't say, oh, white's a good color, we're going to call ourselves white. Black people didn't say, well, we're brown, we have dark skin, but we're going to use the term black. Right? Even though technically we're not black, we're brown. We're going to use black, right? We're going to pick that, and that's what we're going to be. Now we have black and white, two opposites, right? Two exact photo opposites, negative opposites, right? Weird, right? Why the fuck would we do that? Why would we pick that? Because we didn't. So where did it come from? Where do you fill out those forms? What does it all have to revolve around? The government. The people in charge are the ones that labeled us. They labeled and categorized us, and that became the norm. We were fed that, we understood that, and we went with it. We didn't argue, we didn't fight it. We were allowing ourselves to be categorized. We were allowing ourselves to be labeled as individuals and separated from other human beings based on what someone else thought we should be separated by. The color of our skin, the way we look, where we're from. Everything has to be categorized, right? When we say we're all Americans, right? It doesn't matter whether you're from Texas, Rhode Island, California, all Americans. It doesn't fucking matter. We are all Americans, right? Well, we're all human beings, but we're from Japan, we're from America, we're from the Middle East, but we're still all... So why is that concept so hard to... Bear with me. the powers that be, the masters of the universe, the government, whatever you want to call them, how will they control you? There's no way, if human beings came together as one, that any government could control or stop it. But separated, we're weak. The strength in numbers. So how do you separate people? How do you separate people? You separate them by color. Very simple. Now, take those words out of it, okay? Take the labels out. Remove the labels. There are no more labels. The powers that be never had these labels. Before there was white and black, there was just humans with different skin tones, okay? Now, what if we went back to that right now? Let's go back in time. We eliminate the people that categorize us and labeled us, and we never have black, white, Hispanic, Asian. We never have that. We never have that fucking, those terminologies. Now what happens? We're not black, white, Asian. We're humans. We're humans. So let's say I have a friend who's named Sarah, right? And I got to describe Sarah, and Sarah's actually, will use the label that she's been given. She's black, right? So she's a friend of mine. We have a friend in common, and I'm trying to describe Sarah, but the term black doesn't exist. So how do I describe her? Oh, Sarah, you know Sarah? She's like about 5'8", really dark skin, dark hair, real dark eyes, real pretty, right? She works over at, what do you call it? That place, that office building. She's always over there, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? She's always wearing she loves red. So she's always wearing like a red. Oh, the red dress lady. Yeah, Sarah. Now, I just described a person who would be considered black without ever using that term, okay? By describing her in a way that gives her personality and makes her Sarah, right? Bear with me. Now that same instance, if I use the word black in that fucking space, oh, you know Sarah, the black girl that works at the building? Now I've actually taken her identity away and just made her a black girl. She's black. That's the first thing that people throw out there. That's the first thing that people hear. And now you're taking the personality or the individuality away, making her part of a group. She's part of black people. She's a black person, right? Now, at the same time, Sarah could be describing me, right, to one of her friends. Like, oh, Jerry, you don't know Jerry? Oh, he's like about 5'9". He's got dark hair. He's got green eyes, a lot of tattoos. His skin, I mean, he's not like, he's like super pale, but he's not dark. He's got a mid complexion. And like, he's got like the tattoo of the face over here. He trains at Gold's Gym over there. Oh, Jerry. She just explained me with personality as an individual without using the word white to a T where someone knew who I was. The person knew exactly who I was. So by giving you the term white, black, Asian, Hispanic, you're pulling people apart and they no longer become individuals or personable. They don't have personality. They're part of a group. They're corralled in a group. Here's the black people. Here's the white people. You're taking away an individual's personality by describing them as a specific, we can say color, but a specific demographic, right? Which would be black people, white people, Hispanic people. Interesting, right? You could describe anybody in the same way without those key words that have divided us. So I ask you again, when you take those words, those key words, black, white, Asian, all the labels, you take them out and you throw them away, we now become human beings that are individuals with personality, and we can now communicate unbiasedly based on the fact that we're all human beings, right? There is no white people not liking black people because of their skin color, because of that, because we're all humans, we're not labeled. There is no label. There's no reason to hate somebody because they're no different than you. They just have a different color of skin because based on where they come from in the world, right? Think about that for a second. How did we get divided? We were divided by the government. We were divided by the powers that be. We were divided by individuals that wanted us divided and not together. And that has been going on since way before most of us were born. That shit has been going on for so fucking long. We just look at it as natural, as filling out that fucking form. That, you know, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. We just fill it out. We don't even fucking think about it anymore. It's become so ingrained. We are so brainwashed. It is so programmed in us that we identify ourselves as different individuals. We don't identify ourselves as human beings anymore. We identify ourselves as black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We identify ourselves in groups rather than a whole. That's how far the brainwashing has gone. Now, that's just one aspect of it, right? That's one aspect of division. Divide them by race. Now we can really control those populations. And get this, We can even go further. Get this. Have you ever noticed race and religion? Two things that really are sensitive. Race and religion. Two things that lead to fights and arguments and blowouts and fucking wars. Race and religion. Think about that shit for a second, right? Those two things have been so powerful at causing wars and division that all you need is those two things. But religion. Think about religion. You have race. Let's throw religion in there also. Now, I follow the Christian faith. I was raised Lutheran. I don't identify with any specific Christian faith right now. But I have friends that are Muslim. I have friends that are into Buddhism, which is not technically a religion, but anyways, a way of life. Anyways, bottom line is I have friends with different religions, and the one things that we can all agree upon is these religions basically say they're all the only real religion. Each one of these claims to be the only thing in the universe that's real. There's only one God. It's this God. Da-da-da-da. Anything else, fucking bullshit and fight it. Right? So now, here we have again, every single one of these fucking religions claims that they're the real one and have the real God. And anyone else is fake. And you should fight against that or bring them into your religion, right? Make them part of your religion. So have them comply and come be part of your religion so they believe in you, or fight with them. Now, most people that believe in another religion will not just comply and jump to another religion, so they fight, they battle, division. So now you have people separated by race, you have people separated by whatever religion they follow. How many things does that really give you to come together on? Because both of these things, we have been so ingrained and so brainwashed that these are the most important things in our lives, are religion and race and how it separates us. Now, I'm not saying religion and race doesn't have to be a big part of your life, but perspective, right? Why? Why does one religion think it's better than the other? Well, because of what it said. But why do they all say that? Right? Where did this all come from? God is there. This is a book written by man. What the fuck is going on? Now, I'm not saying the Bible's not real, the Quran's not. I'm not saying these things. What I'm saying is we are human beings, right? Where did this division come from? Where did these things come from? Where did these ideas that there are so many different things and they're all individual and they have to fight? They have holy wars that have been battling for fucking eons based on religion. So if we don't separate you by race, we'll separate you by religion. And you guys will be too busy fighting yourselves with all this shit to pay attention to what we're doing in the government. Not once have I heard someone fucking around me saying this shit. Not once have I heard someone say, you know what I've noticed? Not once. Motherfuckers keep their heads down and they keep arguing and fighting about race, religion, then throw politics in there. How can we separate people even more? Interesting. All right, let's try to separate them even more. Okay. So some people are really conservative. Some people are very liberal. So let's just make two fucking things. All those other things, we'll make them up, but nobody ever does those because fuck them. We'll make these two the main ones because these people can get behind and they can fucking argue. They can fight behind this shit. They can say, well, I don't think that a fucking a 16-year-old should drive. They're not fucking smart enough to do it yet. And this one's like, well, I think a 12-year-old should drive because they're smart enough. Fuck it. And they battle at it. They've separated you rather than saying, oh, I think 16 is not a good age. Maybe, I don't know. Well, maybe 12 is. 12, you think so? Yeah, I don't agree with that, but hey, that's cool. That would be the discussion. But because it takes place with you're a liberal and you're a conservative and this is politics and it's like a fucking two gangs fighting it out, you can't see eye to eye. You can't just fucking say, okay, that person has a view that I don't agree with. That's cool. Whatever, he's my best friend. You can't do that. You argue it out based on the gang that you're with, which is Democrats or Republicans, right? Pick a side and then fight to the death. Because if these people win, they're going to destroy everything you want and you're never going to have what you want. And if these people win, they're going to destroy everything you want. You're never going to have what you want. So not only do we divide them by race and religion, but these politics things, hey, that's one more fucking nail in the coffin to make sure you don't know what the fuck is going on in the government. They're taking our money. They're robbing us fucking blind. All the bullshit that's going on. All the bullshit that's going on. I love when people talk about Donald Trump's tax fucking records. I want to see every fucking politician's fucking tax records for the last 20 fucking years. Pelosi, Schumer, all of them. Obama, Trump, all of them. Every fucking politician. I want to see all their fucking tax returns. I want every fucking penny accounted for. Because some of these motherfuckers are not lining up. And you know how that money's made? From the shit that I just fucking laid out for you in a fucking blueprint. That's how they do it. It's called control. There's strength in numbers, and if they can control the numbers, they have the power. If they have the power, they have the money. And here we are arguing and fighting like a bunch of fucking knuckleheads Because we can't grasp that concept, because we can't pull our fucking heads out of our asses, because our asses are where they shoved our heads up fucking eons ago to keep them up there so we don't see what the fuck is going on. So, I apologize if this offends anybody. I mean, it really shouldn't, because it should make you fucking think. It should make you go, fuck, you know what the fuck? Here's some logic and reasoning and not some kind of bullshit that some fucking politician who's a scumbag to begin with is preaching to me on fucking TV. Or this fucking priest who diddles little boys and gets away with it. Come the fuck on. You guys know that shit's been going on forever. Right? So that fucking, he can keep diddling little fucking kids because I'm gonna fucking defend that fucking religion. Come the fuck on. Or politics. These fucking people are selling you out left and right, making fucking money. Get the fuck out of my face. Let me tell you right now. This is all a fucking matrix. Not the matrix like on TV where they plug people in their fucking heads and shit. But this is a fucking designed matrix to make sure that we don't know what the fuck is going on. We keep our heads down asleep and we fucking obey. That's what it is. And it's becoming more and more apparent the more you fucking think about it. The problem is free thinking and logic has been taken away from us. We just go with what we're told and what we're instructed to do. And we just follow because it's easier and we don't want to fight the system because fighting the system is hard, it hurts, and you may lose. But the bottom line is, this ain't about politics. This ain't about religion. It ain't about race. It's about control. Why do these people want to control us? What do they have to benefit from it? What is the point? And what the fuck is really going on? Thank you guys for listening. I hope that this video sparks a little bit of something in you and you ponder on this shit, you think about it, you have discussions, and you even share it. Because this great awakening thing they keep talking about, it's coming. And I'm watching it. And I'm finally, for the first time in my life, understanding what is going on around me in real time and not being persuaded or, pushed in any one direction. I'm just being me, thinking for myself, staying away from media, which is really, really the main key. Staying away from media and just getting the talking points and then researching myself away from the media. You come to new conclusions. Thank you guys for listening. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. But don't fight. BioStraining.com is a blog. It's the Think About This Stuff bicep. And we're out.